Hello everyone. So now we are going to do the DHCP. In our previous class, if you remember, we done the DHCP by using the DHCP server here. This one. Generally in the company you have the dedicated server. We are using virtualization. So in that one you will have the server. In that one we will have the DHCP, and the server guy, network administrator will not do that one. System admin guy will take care about the configuration of the DHCP. Like we will have the Windows server. In that one we have the Active Directory, and also in Active Directory we can do, and also we can do DHCP server. Some other server services we can enable, but that job is not network engineer, that job for the system administrator. And but if a small company, like company is very small, they don't want to have the server for this DHCP, so we have another option also. We can enable the DHCP in the router. So we can take router like this. Example, if your company is very small company, you have the router here, you have the switch here, like this you can say, and you have some computer. I can say maybe you have some computer in your organization. Let me connect here. Imagine this is the small company. The company is not having the budget to have the DHCP server. So your manager told configure the DHCP server in the router only. So our router can give the IP to all the machine. So we can do that. Option is also available. In the CISCO router we can configure the DHCP. So this router will start giving the IP address to our machine. Imagine this is the company here. If you see, this is the ISP router you have, and this one is the connection like this. We can say this is the small company, small scenario I am creating, ISP1 we can say. And same thing as we done before, if you remember when we do the NAT pad. So like that you have the here this IP, here you have 200.1.1.1. So this is the IP schema, small company network you have. This site ISP told you assign this IP, create the default route here, and you have here this is the IP for ISP. So this will be assigned to this interface. You will send all the traffic whatever you are getting in your router to this interface here, to this IP. But here what is the main thing we are going to learn today is how to configure the DHCP. So how to configure the DHCP server in our company, means how to configure the DHCP in the router. We need to learn that one. So here imagine I will use like 192.168.1.1 example. This is the IP we assign to this interface. So we need to give the IP 1.2 example, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 like this to all our machines in the company. So we need to do that configuration. So how we can do? Let me take the notepad and we are going to learn how we can configure that one. So here I will put the notepad and we are going to configure here. I will write here mini project for DHCP server configuration in router, in R1. R1 means router only. Here I will do first ISP configuration, because this is a project we are doing. So that's why I am configuring the ISP, and also I am configuring the NAT pat, everything. Directly we can configure the DHCP and we can finish this lab, but I am making little big this lab like with a scenario base. So if you are, what we can say, if you give any interview, you can explain in the scenario base. Like we can say we will have the ISP and we will have this our company network. In this one we will have switch, like that you can reproduce in your own words when we give the any interview, anything. So I am creating in the scenario, so easy to understand also. So this is the ISP. Generally we will not do any configuration in the ISP router, but in the lab just what I will do, I will assign the IP. So this is the IP already we done. I hope you know this, right? Like what we are doing, and also after that we will do the NAT pad, because you need to learn NAT pad also. Most of the time we will use that one. And I will create the loopback 0. I will assign the IP 8.8.8 and we will say this is a Google server. Like if anyone from our company they want to ping, they can ping. I can use this 0.0.0 like that. So this is the ISP configuration. I can copy and paste this in the ISP here, and if you see, everything is okay. I think no error, all configuration, no error, nothing here, everything is good. So now we will go for the other configuration. We will go for our configuration here. This is our company router. I think I give the name R1. I will give R1 configuration. Here generally what we will do, same thing as we do before in our all the labs. We will change the name of the router, and first we will assign the IP address. So if you see IP address, the interface which is connecting towards the ISP, I am assigning the IP address 200.1.1.1 and subnet mask is 255.255.0, and I am writing no shut. Then we have another interface F0 by 0. I will write here IP address, whatever IP we plan. I think we plan 1.1, so I give that one. This is a basic thing. Any confusion here? Nothing, right? Just we enable the IP address, and then I will write IP route 0.0.0, 0.0.0.0 towards the ISP, because ISP told whatever is coming to you forward to me, so I am forwarding to ISP. That's why I use the default route, this one. And after that, what I can do, I can if you remember, we can do the ACL. If you remember NAT, if you want to do NAT also, we can do NAT. In our previous projects, whatever we done here, let me show you. Same configuration, or we can just copy paste from there, just to save the time. If you see pad, this one, we use this one, right? Just I will copy and we will change as per our requirement. We will change. So here where we are here. So just I am pasting here. If you remember what we told IP, this one access list 1 permit our network, whatever network we are using here, and the wildcard mask. Then we will write IP NAT inside source list, whatever list we use, and the interface. This is the living interface, exit interface, the interface which is connecting to the ISP. So this interface here. Then we need to write overload and F0 by 0 IP NAT inside, because inside traffic is coming here. This is the outside, so we will write outside. So this configuration is valid. Why I am doing this one? Because with this configuration we can what we can say, we can ping the Google server without reverse routing. You remember, right, this one? So this is the configuration. After that, the new thing what we need to learn actually, that we will do now here. We need to do something, so our computer should get the IP address. If you go here, if you go to desktop, if you click here, it will not get the automatically any IP address, because still we did not configure anything. So now we need to configure something, so we should not get this APIPA IP, we should get something correct IP. This is incorrect IP we are getting from APIPA. So what we can do means, we can go here and we can write here, we need to do the configuration for the DHCP server. So here I can write like this. I will write here IP. This is the configuration, actual configuration. IP DHCP pool guest. I can give anything, ABC or any name. So this is the syntax. We need to write IP DHCP pool. After that, give any name. I give ABC. And after that, we need to write network. And what is the network, what IP we need to give, we need to write that one. Example, I need to give 192.168.1.0, and the subnet mask should be 255.255.255.0. And what should be the gateway? We need to write default router. Okay, and the gateway means router interface IP. See here, this is only the configuration. What I done, just first I need to write IP DHCP pool, and here I will give any name. Then here I will say start giving the IP from this subnet 192.168.1.0, and what you need subnet mask, you will write that one. And you need to give the gateway also. So gateway should be the interface IP. So I wrote here the interface IP. So after that it will start working. So let's copy paste till here. After that we will paste the other thing. So I will copy this, I will go to this router and I will paste here. If you see here, everything is good, no error, nothing. Now I can paste this one. If you see here, when I put IP DHCP pool, we go inside here and we configure in this one. And if you want to exclude anything, we can say exclude like here. I can first, I think I will go IP DHCP, IP exclude IP. Let me check, because if we don't want to use any IP, we can exclude also. So there is one command, IP DHCP exclude address. So if you don't want to use any IP, example, if you don't want to give any IP, then we can write IP DHCP exclude and we can give the address. Because here, if you remember, this one is a gateway and already we assigned this to router interface. So we don't want to give that IP to any computer. So that's why I'm saying don't give this IP to any computer. Any confusion here? Here like this I can write IP DHCP, don't use this IP to give anyone. After that I am creating the pool. I am saying IP DHCP pool, any name I can give. In that one I am saying in this pool from this range give any IP, and this will be the gateway. And here I mention don't give this gateway to anyone. That's all. And then we will save the configuration. And we can go and we can check here, your machine will get the IP. If you click here and wait for some time, see 192.168.1.2, and this is a gateway. You can do for the second machine also, they will get the IP. You can go to third machine, they will get the IP. You can go to fourth machine, all the computer will get the IP. Okay, they are getting the IP. If you do here also, everywhere, whatever computer site, no need to assign manually. So they will give the IP like this. And if you want to access the internet, just go here and type here like ping, as we are saying 8.8.8.8, we can ping, it will work. See, it is working. Why? Because we configure NAT pad here, so pad is sending here, they are translating here the IP. If you want to check, you can write show IP translate. What is that one? Show, you remember the command show IP translate something, show IP NAT translate, or yeah, show IP NAT translate. So here we can see whatever IP is translating here. This one 192.168.1.2 is translating to this one to go to access this 8.8.8. Any confusion, any dots here? Main thing here what we need to learn is this one, only this one from here to here. But I add extra scenario, I make like we have, this is a company, like in your home router, imagine you have the Geo router, or maybe you have any router, Airtel or any router. ISP will bring the fiber cable, he will connect here, and you have the Wi-Fi here. So in home generally we will not use cable, switch, and this one we have laptop, desktop, even the desktop is having Wi-Fi, what we can say Wi-Fi port. Like in the desktop also we are getting the antennas, so directly with the Wi-Fi they can connect. So Wi-Fi will be here, our mobile, laptop, desktop is there, they will connect with the Wi-Fi. So how our computer is getting the IP? Because we have already DHCP configure in this router, that's why our computer is getting the IP. You remember in your mobile phone we are not assigning the IP, automatically they are getting the IP address in mobile phone, desktop, laptop. How they are getting? Because we are using this one, that's why we are getting this IP. Okay, so this is a small scenario just to understand this DHCP. So later we will do some more lab also. like how to enable the DHCP for different VLAN. We can do for VLAN 10. Like example, if this two computer is in VLAN 10, this two computer is in VLAN 20, this is in VLAN 30, VLAN 40. So how DHCP will give? We need to create the different pool. Like we are saying IP DHCP pool ABC I wrote, right? So you will write here VLAN 10. So this pool will give the IP for VLAN 10, VLAN 20 pool for VLAN 20, VLAN 30 pool for VLAN 30. Like that we can create, because if you have the different VLAN, then you will get the different IP for different VLAN, like 192.168.10 dot something for VLAN 20 dot something for VLAN 30 dot something we will get. So we will do that lab also later. Okay, so with this one it is clear, right? Or any confusion here? Okay.